Good morning, children. How are you all? कोई तो बोल रहा है बढ़िया है सर, हम बढ़िया है। मैं तो सुन लिया। हम भी बढ़िया हैं। इधर हमारे तापस सर है, फिर हमारे बाबा है। बाबा और तापस सर दोनों आ रहे हैं, सुबह आ रहे हैं। वो 8 बजे से आ रहे हैं। वो कितना बजे जा रहे हैं हमको पता है बच्चे लोग? वो they are coming at 8 o'clock and going from here 9 o'clock at night. You know, they are coming at 8 o'clock and they go from here at 9 o'clock, night 9 o'clock. So tell me how many hours they worked in a day? Morning 8 o'clock to night 9 o'clock. So 13 hours they are working for you. And Tapas sir is helping us here. All the video recording work, all the video recording work for all the teachers, Tapas sir is doing. So you must be grateful to Tapas sir. Then Kanya Baba, you see, Kanya Baba, we had given him few days off to go home. We told Baba, you go home, spend some time with your family, and you come back. But Kanya Baba said, no, I don't want to go. I want to help here. Because children are learning, and when you are sending things, he is not knowing anything about computer. But when he says, when you send things, send the teachings to the children over computer, I am feeling happy. So I want to work. So he is also helping. So children, you should be grateful to them. Remember them in your prayers for all the work that they are doing for you. Okay? So let us start today's session. And I had told you, today is going to be the last session for this shares and dividends chapter. Maybe the session may be little longer. You have to bear with me. I will finish the session. I will finish the chapter today. In one session, I am trying my level best. In case in one session it will not be over, but I will try to finish it today in 2 different sessions, because I want to start a new chapter tomorrow. Today is the only day I will give to this chapter, and I will finish up shares and dividends, because we have many more chapters to do. So there is no not much time to spend for one chapter. So yesterday we had completed up to question number 4, and today we are going to do question number 5. Let us have a look at question number 5. A man invests some money. That means the investment is not known again, children. You see, investment is not known. A man invests some money, partly in 9% stock and at 96 rupees, and partly in 12% stock at rupees 120. In what ratio should he invest money in these shares to obtain equal dividends from both? Remember, if the investment is given 500 rupees and question is saying invest it partly in one company, partly in another, then we were doing one part is X, then other part is 500 minus X. 500 minus X. But here what to do? This is not given. This is not given. Total investment itself is not given, children. Then what shall I do? Shall I take here X? Okay. I can take here X. I can take here X. Then if I take here X, then what I shall take here, then what I shall take here? Anyway, X is such that I can say A plus B. A plus B. A plus B. So I am using some variables, 3 variables I am using. So instead of doing that, what I want to do, I want to write here investment, because we don't know here investment, total investment, you see, total investment. Then here what I will do, let one part be x, other part be y. That means x plus y is the total investment. You can take a and b also, any other variables also you can take. Or if you write here x, then here you take a and here you can take x minus a. Or you can take here a, here you can take b. That will also work out. And now you take case 1 and case 2. In case 1, we will write investment x. Investment is x. And what is given here, children? Investment is given x. And in 9% stock at 96, dividend is 9%. Dividend is 9%. Dividend is 9%. 9% at 96, market value is rupees 96. Rupees 96. Then what is the nominal value? Nominal value is not given here. Nominal value is not given here. Nominal value I will take how much? 100. Nominal value I will take here 100. It is left out. So when it is left out, nominal value is left out, we take it there 100 because the market value is nearer to 100 here. Then what we can find here? We can find here number of shares. Number of shares. Number of shares, how much, children? Number of shares is investment divided by market value of one share. Number of shares equal to investment divided by market value of one share. So case 1 is over. Now we will move to case 2. In case 2 again, the same information we need to write. Investment equals y. Then dividend is given in the question. Dividend is given in the question. Dividend how much, children? Dividend is 12%. Dividend is 12%. Then market value. Market value is rupees 120. Nominal value is again we will take here rupees 100. And number of shares. Number of shares. Number of shares equal to investment y by market value 120. So we got the number of shares in both the cases. Then what we need to find? We need to find annual incomes because question is saying equal dividends from both. Equal dividends from both. So we can write here annual income. Annual income. Annual income equals number of shares x by 96 into dividend from one share. Dividend from one share 9% of 100. 9% of 100. 9% of 100. 9 by 100 into 100. 100. You can cancel, and then 9x by 96. If you want, you can also cancel here. It will both will go by 3. So this is 3 jar, and here 3 32 jar. So 3x divided by 32. 3x divided by 32. Now in second case, annual income equal to how much? Again number of shares, that is y by 120, y by 120 into dividend from one share, 12% of 100. So I can write here y by 120 into 12 by 100, 12 by 100 into 100. So we can cancel here. Then 12 10 are. So we got here y by 10. So we got the annual income in case 1 and annual income in case 2. Now question is saying, condition is that both the dividends should be equal. So I can write here A, T, P. According to the problem, 3x divided by 32 equals y by 10. 3x by 32 equal to y by 10. Then my work is here to find the ratio. In what ratio should he invest the money? I have to find the ratio between x and y now. Then my answer will be ready. I can put here x and here I will put down y equals, this 32 will go up, children, you see, this 32 will go up and this 3 will come down, this 3 will come down and into this 10 will remain in the same place. Then you can do the necessary cancellation work. What cancellation we can do? Cancelling by 2, 16, cancelling by 2, then 5. Our answer is 16 by 15, or ratio is 16:15. So this is the answer, children, for question number 5. So write it down. We will move to question number 6. Question number 6. A man invested 13,500 rupees. See here, total investment is given 13,500. Partly in 6% rupees 100 shares at 140 and partly in 5% rupees 100 shares at rupees 125. His total income is 560. How much? Find how much did he invest in each? Same time again, children. Case 1 and case 2. We have to divide 13,500 into two parts, and then we will find the annual income in part 1 or case 1, annual income in case 2. Then our condition should be annual income of case 1 plus annual income of case 2 equals rupees 560. Then x will come, that is first part will come, second part we can find again 13,500 minus first part. So let us start, and as I am always telling you, as I start doing, you also simultaneously start doing. Pause the video and do the work, and once you get your answer, then you play the video and compare your answer with this answer, so that your confidence will grow. So here I can write total investment is 13,500 and I will divide it into two parts. One part is x and other part is 13,500 minus x. Now I will write here case 1, and I will write here case 2, because there will be two cases. He invested the money partly in one company and partly in the other. So all the information I will write down here. Investment, because all information given here. Investment, nominal value given, market value is given, then dividend percentage given. dividend percentage also given, and here also investment is given, nominal value is given, market value is given, and dividend percent also given. Let us write this information from the question, then we will proceed. So here anyhow I can write without referring to question, x and 13,500 minus x, and for other information I refer to the question. In the first case, nominal value 100, market value 140, and dividend 6%. Dividend is 6%, and nominal value 100 and market value 140. Then for the second case, dividend 5%, nominal value 100, market value 125. Dividend is 5%, nominal value is 100, and market value is 125. Now what we need to find? What will be our next step? Can you say? Yes. The next step is to find number of shares. The next step is to find number of shares. Number of shares equal to, what is the formula? Number of shares equal to investment divided by market value 140. So x by 140. And in the second case, number of shares, how much children? Number of shares equal to 13,500 minus x, that is investment divided by market value. So number of shares are also ready. Then what should be the next step now? What should be the next step? Our next step is to calculate the annual income. Our next step is to calculate the annual income. Annual income equal to number of shares into dividend from one share. Again I divide it for the two cases. Left side I write case 1. Annual income equals number of share. In the first case, number of share x by 140 into dividend from one share. Dividend from one share, children, you see here 6% of 100. 6% of 100 here. So I will write 6 by 100 into 100. And my answer is how much? 6x by 140. Or if I want to reduce again, here 3 and here I will get 70. By 2 I cancel. So 3x divided by 70. Then now in the second case, annual income equals how much, children? Number of shares 13,500 minus x by 125. That is number of shares 13,500 minus x by 125 into their dividend is 5%. So 5% of 100. So I can write here 5 by 100 into 100. So 100 and 100 I cancel. I can also cancel this 5 and 125. So 25 will come. So 13,500 minus x divided by 25. And now I have to frame the equation. By according to the condition given in the question paper. What is the condition given? Total income is 560. In question number 5, the condition was different. In question number 4, it was different. But here it is saying total dividend is 560. So dividend of case 1, 3x by 70 plus dividend or annual income of case 2, 13,500 minus x divided by 25. That equals rupees 560. Rupees 560. Now what will be the LCM? What will be the LCM? Who can tell me what will be the LCM? Okay, we can find that. If you are not able to tell, you find it. 70 and 25 both will go by 5. 5 14 and then 5 5. So more, it will not, both of these numbers are not going by the same factor. 14 into 5 70, 70 into 5 350. So LCM is 350. 70 5 350. 5 into 3 15x plus 25 into how much will be 350. 25 into how much will be 350. We don't know the table, sir. You don't know table. Table you don't know, then here you see 25. 5 into 5. 25 into 14. 25 into 14. So here 25 into 14. So 14 into 13,500 minus x equals 560. Equals 560. That implies I can write it this side so that it will be convenient to write. So I can write here the 15x, I will write as it is. That implies 15x plus, I have to multiply 14 into 13,500. 14 into 13,500 into 13,500 will give 189,000 minus 14 into x. 14 into x, that will give 14x divided by 350 equals 560. Now you see children, 15x minus 14x x plus 189,000 equals 560 into 350 by cross multiplication. X plus 189,000 equals 560 into 350. 196,000. That implies x equals 196,000 minus 189,000. That equals how much? That equals 189,000. 7,000 answer came, children. Answer came 7,000. So here our one part is 7,000. I will write here one part equal to rupees 7,000, and the other part how much? Other part equals 13,500. 13,500 minus 7,000, that equals 6,500. So these are the two parts. So our answers are 7,000 rupees and 6,500 rupees. This is how we needs to invest the money. So we will move to question number now 7. We will move to question number 7 now. So this type of questions are called partial investment type of problem. Remember children, this type of questions are called questions on partial investment. Investing is part of the money in one company and the other part in other company. Now question number 7 you read. Question number 7 is saying a man invested some money. A man invested some money in shares. In shares. He invested 60% of his money in 10% rupees 100 shares at rupees 110, and the rest in 20% rupees 50 shares at rupees 60. And his total annual income from both the investment is rupees 2000. Calculate his total investment and the number of shares of each kind that he bought. This is also a problem on partial investment. So we will proceed it again in like case 1 and case 2. His total investment is not given. So we can take here total investment children X, and he invested how much? 60% of this. 60x by 100. He invested in one company, and the rest how much children? The rest will be 40x divided by 100. This is how he divided. 60% of this in one company and 40% in another company, and the rest everything you have to write as it is. The rest in the previous solution how we wrote, we have to write the rest in the similar manner here. Case 1 and case 2, and all the information we have to note down here. Investment, then nominal value, then market value, then we can write dividend. All these information will note down here in both the cases. Investment, nominal value, market value, and dividends. All these information will write down from the question, and then again we have to find the annual income. So here I will write say 60x by 100. If you want to reduce and write, you can write it 60x by 100, and here 40x by 100. And for other information I need to refer to the question now. Here 10% rupees 100 shares at 110. 10%. Dividend is here 10% children, you see 10%. 10%. Rupees 100 shares at rupees 110. At rupees 110. And for second company, what is the information? 20% rupees 50 shares at rupees 60. 20% here. 20% rupees 50 shares at rupees 60. Now what we need to calculate? We need to calculate the number of shares. Here we have to calculate number of shares. Number of shares equal to, we can take here investment. See here children, investment is 60x divided by 100. Investment, and market value how much? 110. So I write here 110. And here I write number of shares. Number of shares equals how much children? Number of shares, again investment is 40x by 100 into market value is here 60. Market value is 60. So I got the number of shares in both the cases. Then what I need to find? I need to find the annual incomes in both the cases, because it is saying total annual income is rupees 2000. Total annual income is rupees 2000. So I have to find the annual income of case 1 and case 2, or you say part 1 and part 2, or company 1 and company 2, as you wish. So annual income equal to number of shares 60x by 100 into 110. This is number of shares into dividend from one share will be how much, children? You see, dividend from one share will be 10% of nominal value. 10% of nominal value. 10 by 100. 10 by 100 into 100. And we can calculate here 100 and 100 got cancelled. And here 0 and 0 got cancelled. Then I can write here. See, I can also reduce here 1 0 and here 1 0 will go. So 6x is left and here 10 into, I could have further cancelled, but I am writing as it is 11 into 10, 110. 6x by 110. Similarly, I want to write, I need to find annual income in case 2. In case 2, number of shares 40x by 100 into 60. 40x divided by 100 into 60 here into the dividend from one share, children, you see 20% of 50. 20% of 50 dividend from one share. So right here 20 by 100 into 50. And here whatever cancellation you can do away. 0, 0, 0, 0. Then what is left out here? 1, 0, here 1, 0, we can cancel. Then what is left? Just write away 4x. And here we got 100 into 6. And here 2 into 5, 10. So that one more 0 I can cancel here. One more 0. And here also we can cancel further. What we can cancel here, children? We can cancel by 2 it will go. 2 2 jar and 2 3 jar. I can also cancel this and this. So 2 5 jar. So my answer, final answer how much? X only. Because here reduced to 1 it is. X divided by 15. X divided by 15. And here if you want to cancel this, how much you will get? By 2 if you cancel 3x by 55. Now according to the problem, total annual income. His total annual income from both the investments is rupees 2000. So you can write 3x by 55 plus x by 15 equals 2000 rupees. Is 2000 rupees. That implies LCM will be how much? Who can tell, children? What will be the LCM? We can find here. Find here all the rock work. Remember, all the rock work that you need in a solution, that you need for a solution must be done on the same sheet as your solution is found. In the question paper, in the ICSE Council exam question paper, it is written at the top of the question, all the rock work must be done on the same sheet as the solution. Where your solution is, on that same sheet. Don't find a place at the back, and that is a very bad practice. And children, what they do, they want to find the LCM, then they have to find a space at the back of the notebook. Why to go? Don't do that. And council is not advising you to do that. Find it here. You are doing this solution, it's really related rock work you do to the right side, adjacent to it. So I do here by 5, 11 and 5, 3. Now 11 and 3, they will not be divisible by the same factor, so we can multiply and write 11 into 3 33 and 33 into 5, 5 3 are 15, 5 3 are 15 plus 1 16, so 165. Now who can tell 55 into how much equal to 165? 55 into how much equal to 165? 55 table we did not learn, sir. And how we can say? Yes, 55 table you did not learn, children. But here you can say 11 into 5, 55, then 3 each left out. So 55 into 3 will be 165. So here you can write 3x into 3 plus 15 into how much equal to 165? 5 into 3 15. So 15 into 11. So here I will write x into 11. That will give 2000 here. That implies 3x into 3, 9x plus 11x by 165 equals rupees here 2000. Then we will solve this. Now this is a simple equation. On solving the equation, he will get the value of x. He will get the value of x. 11x, 9x plus 11x, 20x divided by 165. That equals 2000. Then x equal to 2000 into 165 divided by 20. So here I can cancel 0 and 0, 2, then here 100, 100 into 165, 16500, that is 16,500. So calculate. See here children, what it is asking to calculate. Calculate its total investment. Calculate its total investment. So I will write here first bit now. Total investment equal to how much? Total investment equal to rupees 16,500. Then second bit what it is asking? Second bit is asking find the number of shares in each kind. Number of shares in first case, that means in case 1. In case 1 you can write, or you can write in company 1 number of shares in case 1. Case 1, that is how much? 60x. See, 60x divided by 100 into 110. I will put the value of x here. 60 into 16,500 divided by 100 into 110, and that will give answer how much, children? Here 0 0 cancel, 0 0 cancel, and now this 0 cancel, this 0 cancel, and 165 is divisible by 11. 11, how much? 15 here it will go. 15. So 15 into 6, 90 shares. 90 shares. Then you can write here number of shares in case 2. Number of shares in case 2. We will put the value here. 40x divided by 100 into 60. 100 into 60. This is 60, children. That equal to 40 into 16,500. 16,500 divided by 100 into 60. To cancel 0 0 here, cancel 0 0 here, and cancel 1 0, and this 0, and 165 into 4 divided by 6. 165 into 4 divided by 6. That will give the answer 110. That will give the answer 110. 110. So number of shares in the first company 90. Number of shares in the second company 110. So this is the solution for question number 7. So we can move to question number 9 now. You see, don't measure the size of the question. Don't count how many lines are there in the question paper. That is not our work. Our work is not to measure the size of the work or to measure the magnitude of the work. Those who measure the magnitude of the work before starting to do, the work seems to be very difficult. The work seems to be very difficult. If you have read the story Tom Sawyer, I don't know how many of you have read Tom Sawyer, whitewashing the pens. There you will get this kind of examples, this kind of sentences. If you measure the magnitude of work before starting to do, the work will seem to be very heavy, burdensome for you. So even if the question covers the half of this page fully, we have nothing to do. Our work is to read the question, write whatever information is given and find what is not given. So no need to measure the number of lines. My God, here there are 10 lines are there. How to do this one? Don't count the lines. You see the figure, information that is provided in the question paper. So we will move to question number 8. We will move to question number 8. Question number 8 says. Question number 8 says. A man invested 80% of his savings in 10% rupees 100 shares at a premium of 20% and the rest in 20% rupees 50 shares at a discount of 20%. If his total income from all the shares is rupees 5,600, find his total investment, find the number of shares of each kind and percentage return on the whole. Percentage return on the whole. See these two bits, his total investment and his number of shares in each kind, it is just like question number 7. So what is the new thing here? The new thing is that you have to calculate percentage return on the whole. Percentage return on the whole. That means total annual income divided by total investment into 100. Calculate the first bit, total investment, as we did in question number 7. Calculate case 1, find the annual income in case 1, annual income in case 2, annual income in case 1, annual income in case 2. So here investment, how much you have to take X, and again you have to divide it here. The division information is given here 80% and 20%. He invested 80% of his savings in 80%. So here 80x by 100, 80x by 100, and here 20x by 100, 20x by 100. So then you need to proceed case 1 and case 2 and case 2, and here you have to find annual income in case 1, annual income in case 2, then annual income in case 1 plus annual income in case 2 equal to how much? 5,600 here, 5,600 rupees, and then you have to solve it. You have to solve it. That will give you the value of X. that will give you value of x as you have calculated here. That will be your total investment. Number of shares in each kind you find as we found in question number 7. But third bit, what you need to do, third bits. For third bit only I am writing the formula here, because I hope this number you should try by yourself, because it is almost 95% of the solution of 8 will be same as the solution for question number 9. That is why I feel I should give this one for you to do. You need to do at home, then only you will develop your skill. And I am giving the formula for the third bit, percentage return, that is 5,600. That is total income, 5,600 rupees divided by total investment what you will get in question number 8. Whatever you get, you will write here total investment. Total investment. So total investment, total annual income by total investment into 100. This will give you the answer for this rate of return. So I hope you will be able to do this question by yourself. I will only write here the answers for the 3 different bits which are given, and you can do at home and match the answers. So I will write here the answer for question number 8. Answer for question number 8. First bit 48,000. 8 number first bit. 8 number first bit. 48,000 rupees will be your total investment. Then number of shares in the 2 cases, you will be getting 320 and 240. 320 and 240. And in the third bit, the rate of return on the whole, you will be getting 11.67%. 11.67%. So question number 8 also I write here, this is homework for children. This 8 number also children will do by themselves. Now I will move to question number 9. I will move to question number 9. 9 number will be somewhat different from question number 8. A man sells rupees 5,000, 12% stock. Read the question. Don't get shocked here. Don't get shocked here. Because someone is getting shocked already. I heard, my God. Someone said, my God. So why? Because he is selling money. Because he is selling money. A man sells rupees 5,000. My God, somebody is selling money also. There are money sellers or no children? There are no money sellers in the world. A man sells rupees 5,000 stock. Rupees 5,000 stock. That is 12% stock. At rupees 150 and invest the proceeds partly. Invest the proceeds partly in 8% stock at rupees 90 and remaining in 9% stock at rupees 108. He thereby increases his income by rupees 70. How much of the proceeds were invested in each stock? Now question is, a man sells rupees, I am writing here question number 9, rupees 5,000, 12% stock, rupees 5,000, 12% stock at rupees how much? At rupees 156. 156. So how to understand this, children? You see, ignore this, and you read. Ignore this and you read. Rupees 5,000 stock. Rupees 5,000 stock. And stock means what, children? Stock means share. Bunch of shares, bundle of shares, lot of shares. So here rupees 5,000 shares. Rupees 5,000 shares. Now remember the phrases. Many phrases we have read. Rupees 100 shares. Rupees 100 shares. So if rupees is appearing before shares, it is nominal value. This is nominal value. Rupees 100 shares means the nominal value of each share is rupees 100. Now rupees 5,000 shares. Rupees 5,000 shares or stock. Stock means shares, a group of shares. So that means this 5,000 rupees is the nominal value. Nominal value of all the shares that he sold. Of all the shares that he sold. How many shares he sold then? Number of shares that he sold. How many shares he sold? See, this 156, this is the market value. In market value 156, nominal value is not given. Nominal value we will take. Nominal value is 100. Nominal value is 100. Nominal value is 100, then it is left out in the question paper. It is left out. So here market value is 156. Then nominal value we have to take 100. So how many shares he sold? The nominal value of how many shares will be 5,000 rupees. So 5,000 divided by 100, answer is 50 shares. 50 shares he sold. 50 shares he sold. So this information is important here. This is very much important to understand the question. And if you interpret it, a man sells rupees 5,000 and you start wondering, my God, why this man is selling money? So that is not the way to react to a question. So now let us do here in the statement wise we will write and then we will proceed how to do it. So I can write here NV of all the shares equal to all the shares sold. All the shares which were sold equal to how much, children? 5,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees. So you can write here number of shares sold equal to rupees 5,000 divided by rupees 100. I hope it is clear to you why I wrote here by 100, because in the question if nominal value is 100, it is left out. Market value information is given. From there we have to assume nominal value 100 and then we can cancel here number of shares sold 50. And market value of one share. Market value of one share how much? Market value of one share. Read the question, children. Read the question. Market value of one share is given 156 rupees. So I will write here rupees 156. Rupees 156. That implies sales proceeds. That, or you can write market value of 50 shares. 50 shares. 50 into 156. 50 into 156. That will give us 156 into 50. Answer is 7,800 rupees. 7,800 rupees. So this is known as sale proceeds. Sale proceeds. This is known as sale proceeds. Rupees 7,800. So what is sale proceeds? Amount of money that a person gets. Amount of money that a person gets by selling the shares. By selling the shares. That is called sale proceeds. We use the word proceeds in this chapter. Proceeds. So you have to understand proceeds means. And invested the proceeds partly in 8% stock at 90 and remaining in 9% stock at 108. He thereby increases his income by 70 rupees. Okay. So here he is increasing the income. One thing you remember now. If this man had not sold the shares, if the man had not sold the shares, how much money he could have got? How much money he could have got? If he had not sold the shares, how much money he could have got? He had 50 shares, you see. He had 50 shares. And the company was giving how much dividend? 12% dividend the company was giving. 12% dividend. So if company is giving 12% dividend, how much money he could have got if he had not sold the shares? He has already sold the shares. But if he had not sold, what would have happened? He could have got money. We will find that side. We will find this side. We can find the annual income there. Annual income. If he had not sold the shares, the annual income would have been how much? Would have been 50 shares, then 12% dividend, nominal value 100. Number of shares, here you see children. Number of shares 50, then dividend is given 12% in the question paper. In the question given 12% stock, so 12% of 100. So how much he could have got? He could have got 12 5 60, 600 rupees. He could have got that, but he will not get because he already sold the shares. Now you write investment or new investments. So how he did the new investment? His sale proceeds was how much? His sale proceeds was rupees 7,800, and he divided partly. This 7,800 was invested partly in 8% stock. So partly means I will take X and 7,800 minus X. Partial investment problem. Okay, partial investment problem. Then here I will do part 1. Even you can write case 1, no problem. Part 1 and part 2. or case 1, case 2, whatever you want you write. In part 1, investment how much? Investment is X. Nominal value how much, children? And other information. Dividend is 8%. Dividend is 8%. 8% I wrote dividend. At rupees 90, market value 90. Market value 90. Nominal value not given. What we will do? 100 we will take. And in part 2, investment how much, children? 7800 minus X. And dividend is how much? Dividend from the question, dividend is in 9% stock. 9%. Market value from the question paper we get market value 108. 108, and nominal value information is not given, assumed to be 100 now, and then we will find the annual income in case 1 and annual income in case 2. Annual income in case 1 and annual income in case 2. Annual income in case 1. Annual income equals how much? Number of shares we have to find, but number of shares we have not found. So number of shares equals investment X by market value 90. X by 90. X by 90. And here what is the number of shares? Number of shares. Here number of shares how much, children? Number of shares equals 7,800 minus X divided by 108. Number of shares. So here X divided by 90 is the number of shares into 8% of 100. 100 and 100 got cancelled. 8x by 90. And here annual income equals number of shares 7,800 minus X by 108 into 9% here. 9% of 100, because here dividend is 9%. So cancel here. 9 also you can cancel. 12 9 are 108. So 7,800 minus X divided by 12. And now total annual income. Total annual income will be how much? Total annual income equals 8x by 90 plus 7800 minus X by 12. That equals LCM will be how much? 12 and 90. 12 and 90. LCM you can find 2, 45 and 6. Then 3, 15 and 2. More 15 and 2 will not go by same number. 15 into 2, 30. 30 into 3, 90. 90 into 2, 180. So LCM is 180 here, children. Then we can write 92 jar. So 2 into 8, 16x plus 12 into 15 equal to 180. So here 15 into 7800 minus X. that equals, we will move to this side. So here we can write now 16x plus 7,800 into 15. 7,800 into 15 will give us 117,000. 117,000 minus 15x divided by 180, and on simplifying we get 16x minus 15x is x plus 117,000 divided by 180. Now according to the problem, what is the problem saying? The problem is saying that if he had not sold, he thereby increases his income because he sold the shares and invested the money in new companies. His income increased by 70 rupees. So how much of the proceeds were invested in each stock? So according to the problem, this new annual income, that is x plus 117,000 by 180 minus the annual income in the previous company, that is before selling the shares, 600 rupees. So this difference is 70 rupees. His income increased, new annual income minus old annual income equal to 70, and x value is how much? X plus 117,000 divided by 180 equals 670. That implies x plus 117,000 equals 670 into 180. 670 into 180. Answer is 120,600. 120,600. Then x will be how much? X equal to 120,600 minus 117,000. That will give how much? 117,000. When we subtract, we get 3,600 rupees. So our here one part, that means x rupees was invested in one company and rest was in another company. So question is asking how much were invested in each. So we can write here rupees 3,600 was invested in 8% stock. Amount invested, here you write amount invested in 8% stock. In 8% stock equals how much, children? 3,600. 3,600. Then you can write here amount invested in 9% stock equals, that is 7,800 minus 3,600. And what will be the answer? 0, 0, 8 minus 6, 2, and 7 minus 3, 4. So 4,200 rupees. So these are the two different answers. In the first case 3,600, and in the second case 4,000. 4,800 rupees. So please write down the solution. Then we can move to the question number 10. I think question number 10 we will do. We'll read the question number 10. Sarath invests a part of rupees 12,000 in 12% stock at rupees 120 and the remainder in 15% stock at rupees 125. If its total dividend per annum, that is total annual income, is rupees 1360, how much does he invest in 12% stock at rupees 120? Here also I know children can do it. In one case x and in other case 12,000 minus x. Then find the annual income in both the cases. Annual income in case 1 plus annual income in case 2 equal to 1360. X value will come out. So I hope question number 10 I should give homework to the children. Question number 10 also homework, because this question is not so hard. We can move to question number 11 now. Question number 11, partially it is showing here. The other part of the question will be on the other side. So I can read it from the book also I can read, or I will turn this one so that it will be easier. It is written, a man invested 26,000 rupees in 5% stock at rupees 104. He sold the stock when the price rose to rupees 120. And invested the proceeds somewhere. Maybe the question is, I'll just see it from the book. Okay, he invested the proceeds in 6% rupees 100 stock, and by doing this his income increased by rupees 2,500. So this is also a case of change in annual income. Remember children, our partial investment pattern questions were I think almost over. Partial investment, investing partly in one, partly in another. Now we are switching over to another pattern of question, that is called change in annual income. Change in annual income. So here a man invested 26,000 rupees. 26,000 rupees. Question number 11. Solution. Question number 11, solution. Investment is how much? Investment is 26,000 rupees. 26,000 rupees. Investment. In 5% stock, dividend is 5%. Dividend is 5%. At rupees 104, market value is rupees 104. Market value. Nominal value not given. Nominal value will take, assume 100. Nominal value is assumed to be 100 now. So now what we can do? We can calculate the number of shares here. Number of shares. Investment 26,000 divided by market value 104. Number of shares will be how much? 26,000 divided by 104. 250 shares. 250 shares. Then annual income. Annual income equals number of shares 250 into dividend from one share 5% of 100. 5 by 100 into 100. Answer is how much? 1250. Annual income. Then what happened? The man sold all the shares. When the price rose to 120. Rose to 120 means increased to 120. So market value 120. So what is the sale proceeds? He is selling the shares. Sale proceeds. Let me write this one here. 1250. Otherwise it will be confusing for you. Sale proceeds equals how many shares he sold? 250 shares. Each share how much? 120 rupees. So 250 into 120. Answer is 30,000 rupees. 30,000. And with 30,000 rupees, he went to again market. Which market he went? Not to vegetable market. He went to share market. I'll just put it, children, here on the blackboard. Just bear with me for 1 minute. I'll just put it here. So he invested the sale proceeds in 6% rupees 100 stock, and by doing this his income increased by rupees 2,500. Now new investment. I will write here new investment. In new investment, what happened? Investment is how much money he got here? 30,000 rupees. That much was his new investment. So investment is rupees 30,000. And he invested in 6% shares. That is, dividend is 6%. Then nominal value is 100. And market value not given. It is asking at what price did he purchase the second stock? So it is asking find the market value in this second stock. So that we took it as X, and what is given? Income increased by 2,500. Change in income is given. So let us find the annual income here, and before that we will find here number of shares. number of shares purchased, number of shares purchased equal to 30,000 divided by X. Annual income equals how much? Annual income equals the number of shares purchased 30,000 by X into dividend is 6%, 6% of 100. 6% of 100, 100 and 100 you can cancel. 30 into 6, 180, 000 divided by X. That is the annual income. Now we can write change in annual income. Change in annual income equal to change in annual income equal to rupees 2,500. Change in annual income is rupees 2,500. So you write here according to the problem 180,000 by X minus 1250. This is the annual income of first year. First year stock 1250. So that is equal to 2,500. Change in annual income. That implies 180,000 equals, if you take 1250 to the right hand side, you will get 3750. You will get 3750. Then X value will be how much? X equal to, you can calculate here, X equal to here children, X equal to, or you can write here 180,000 by 3750 equals X, or X equal to 180,000 by 3750. On dividing we get how much? 180,000 divided by 3750. Answer is 48. Answer is 48. 180,000 divided by 3750. Answer is 48. So 48 is the answer. So what is 48? At 48 rupees he purchased each share. That is the market value of each share in the second stock. Market value of each share in the second stock. Market value. So that was the required answer. So question number 10 is also ready. Now we can move to question number after 10. I think 12 is written. Okay. 11 number is also, I think it was not there. It is numbering mistake. So we will be moving to question number 12. A man invested rupees 5049. 5049 is the investment in 5% stock at 99. At 99 and sold it when the price rose to rupees 101. And he invested the proceeds in 80% stock at 88. Find the change in his income. Find the change in his income. Question number 12. This is again a change in income type of question. Change in annual income. So let us proceed. Start doing investment. We can do here also. We can do case 1. Case 2, investment. Investment is how much? 50. Investment is 5049. Investment is 5049. rupees. Then nominal value we have to write, market value we have to write, dividend percent we have to write. Nominal value how much children? Nominal value not given. 5% is dividend percent and market value 99. At 99, market value rupees 99. And this is not given. We will assume 100 now. And dividend is 5%. Then number of shares. Number of shares how much children? Number of shares 5049 divided by 99. 5049 divided by 99. It is divisible or not? We will check. Divided by 99, 51. So 51 shares. So here annual income. Annual income. I wrote in short form AI. You can write full form AI. This is annual income. AI I wrote. Number of shares into dividend from 1 share, 5 by 100 into 100, and this will give answer how much? 100 got cancelled. 5 1 jar 5, 5 5 jar 25. Annual income rupees 255. Then what he did? He sold the shares. He sold the shares. Read the question. He sold the shares when the price rose to rupees 101. When the price rose to rupees 101. So right here, sale proceeds. Sale proceeds. Whenever a person is selling the shares, the money that he will get is called sale proceeds. Sale proceeds equals how many shares did he sell, children? He had 51 shares. Remember here, he had 51 shares. So he will sell those 51 shares now. He will sell those 51 shares, but at what price? At rupees 101 each. At rupees 101 each. So multiply 51 into 101. 51 into 101 will give how much? 5151. 5151 rupees we will get sale proceeds. And now I will write here case 2. He will go to the market. He will go to the market. Which market? Which market he will go, sir? Which market he will go? He will go to share market. He will go to share market. So investment will be rupees 5151. He has this much money in his pocket, and now in the market he invested the money in 8% stock at 88. 8% stock at 88. Dividend is 8%. Market value is 88. Market value is 88. Nominal value assumed to be 100. Assumed to be 100. So now number of shares that he can purchase. Number of shares purchased. How to find? Number of shares how to find? Number of shares purchased equal to investment 5151 divided by market value of 1 share 88. So 5151 divided by 88. 5151 divided by 88. It is not going to be divisible. So write it in this much only. 5151 by 88. Now you write annual income. Annual income equal to number of shares. 5151 by 88 into dividend is 8%. So 8 divided 8 by 100 into market value into nominal value 100. So here got cancelled. Got cancelled here 100 and 100. 8 and 11 also got cancelled. Now 5151 by 11. 5151 divided by 11. Also answer is coming in decimal, in fraction, that is 468.27. 468.27. So in the first case we had got 255 rupees, but in the second case annual income is 468.27. Question is asking, find the change in his income. Change in income equal to, change in income equal to, change in income equal to, equals 468.27 minus 255. Minus 255. Answer is 213. 213.27. This is the change in its annual income. So whenever we have a change in annual income, we have to find the annual income 2 times. Remember children, we have to find the annual income 2 times. Then only change in annual income will be coming out. So we can move to question number 13 now. Question number 13. Let us read question number 13, children. Question number 13 also, I hope the question is based on change in annual income. Anu invested rupees 32,400 in 8% stock at rupees 90. She sold out rupees 18,000 stock. Remember, rupees 18,000 stock when the price rose to 95 rupees, and the remaining stock at rupees 98. And she invested the total sale proceeds in 10% stock at 96. Find the change in the income of Anu. Find the change in the income of Anu. Question number 13 we will do it. This is also somewhat different type of question, so I will do it for you, because if I tell you to do, I am sure you will make mistake. So I can write here company 1 or case 1, whatever you say. Case 1, company 1. Investment by Anu, how much? Investment by Anu 32,400 rupees. 32,400 rupees. At what price? At rupees 90 each. Dividend is 8%. Dividend is 8%, children. And market value how much? Market value is rupees 90, and nominal value assumed to be rupees 100. Then we can find number of shares. Number of shares, how many shares we have purchased? Investment by market value. Investment by market value 32,400. 32,400 divided by 90. 0 and 0 cancel. 3240 divided by 9. 3240 divided by 9. How much? That is 360 rupees. 360 shares. Then annual income we can calculate. Annual income equal to number of shares 360. See children, this is number of shares. Then dividend from one share, 8% of 100. 8% of 100. So 100 and 100 I can cancel. 360 into 8 into 8, 2880. 2880. 2880. Now you have to be careful while reading the question. Now it is time to be careful while reading the question. She sold out rupees 18,000 stock, rupees 18,000 stock when the price rose to 95. Rupees 18,000 stock, rupees 18,000 stock. So you can write here number of shares sold, number of shares sold at what price? At 95. At 95 each. How many shares he sold? She sold 18,000 rupees stock. That means 18,000 rupees was the total nominal value of all the shares that she sold. So that means 180 shares she sold. 180 shares she sold at that price. That is the meaning. Then sale proceeds. Sale proceeds from 180 shares. Sale proceeds from 180 shares equal to 180 into 95. 180 into 95. 180 into 95. 17,100. 17,100. Sale proceeds from 180 shares. If 180 shares are sold, how many shares are left out? How many shares are left out? See the question, children. If 180 shares are sold, how many shares are left out? ये कैसे पता चलेगा सर? ये तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन हो गया. It is not difficult, children. You see here 360 shares. Here 360 shares she had. Anu had 360 shares and 180 shares are sold. So how many shares are left out? How many shares are left out? Number of shares left out or number of shares, remaining number of shares, anything you write, number of shares left equals 360 minus 180, that equals rupees 180 shares. Now sale proceeds again we have to find, because she sold these shares also. Sale proceeds from 180 shares at rupees how much? See the question, children. 98. At rupees 98 each equals 180 into 98. 180 into 98, that equals how much? 180 into 98, 17640. 17640 rupees. Now we can find total sale proceeds. Total sale proceeds. How much? Total sale proceeds 17100. 17640. We got here 34,740 rupees. This is the total sale proceeds. Then what she did? What Anu did? She invested the total proceeds, sale proceeds in 10% stock at rupees 96. I will write here new investment, or there I have given case 1, then I can do here case 2. I can do here case 2, and I will write investment is 34,740. Dividend is how much, children? Rate of dividend is how much? 10% stock. So 10%. Market value is 96 rupees. Nominal value is rupees 100. Number of shares. How many shares he can purchase? 34,740 divided by 96. 34,740 divided by 96. Answer is 361.875. 361. Even you can, if the point is coming, then you can keep it there itself. You can keep there itself. You can leave it here so that later on we can cancel. In case it is coming whole number, you divide it, otherwise you leave it there, because that is not the final answer. So you can write here annual income now. Annual income equals number of share 34,740 divided by 96 into, here children, the dividend is 10%, so 10 by 100 into 100. So we can get here 34,740 by 96. Answer will be divided by 96. That is 3618.75. This is the annual income. Now change in income. Change in income equals how much? In the first case, what was the income? In the first case, annual income, see children, 2880. This was the income in the first case. So change in the income is 3618.75 minus 2880. Answer will come 738.75. This is the change in the annual income for 1 month. So write down. We can move to the next question. That is question number 14. Question number 14. Mr. Ram Gopal invested rupees 8,000 in 7% rupees 100 shares at rupees 80. After a year, he sold these shares at rupees 75 each and invested the proceeds including dividend. Remember here it is written in bracket, including dividend, in 18% rupees 25 shares at rupees 41. Find his dividend for the first year, annual income in the second year, and percentage change in his return on original investment. Okay, So this is also a change in the income type of question. Change in the income. Question number 14. Change in the income. Ram Gopal invested case 1. Case 1. Investment will be how much? Investment will be rupees 8,000. Rupees 8,000. Then what is given, children? Dividend 7%. See the question. Dividend 7%. Then nominal value is 100. Nominal value is rupees 100. And market value is rupees 80. Market value is given rupees 80. Then this is enough for us to calculate the annual income. So to get annual income, let us get number of shares. Number of shares equal to investment by market value. Answer will come 100 shares. Then annual income equals number of shares, this 100 into dividend from one share, 7% of 100. 7 by 100 into 100. So got cancelled. Answer is rupees 700. Rupees 700. Then what happened? He sold the share after a year at rupees 75 each. Sale proceeds. Sale proceeds. Sale proceeds equals, he sold how many shares, children? 100 shares he sold. At what price? At rupees 75 each. At rupees 75 each. So 7500 is the sale proceeds. So with how much money he will now go to the next company for the new investment? For the new investment he will go to the company, new company, with how much money in hand? With how much money in hand? Read the question. Including the dividend, how much money was there? That much he took and went. Not only this, annual income and the sale proceeds together, how much? That much money he took and went. So here investment equal to 7,500 plus 700. Because of this information given in the bracket, including dividend, that is why we wrote here 8,200. And what other information is given here? 18% rupees 25 shares at 41. Nominal value rupees 25. Market value 41. Market value 41. And dividend how much, children? Dividend is given 18%. Dividend is 18%. So dividend 18%. So we can write number of shares purchased. Number of shares purchased equal to 8,200. That is investment by market value. And 41 2 jar. So here 200 shares. Annual income how much, children? Annual income is number of shares 200 into 18%, that is 18 by 100 into nominal value 25. So 0 got cancelled. 25 into 2 50. 50 into 18 900 rupees. Annual income is rupees 900. Then you find all the three bits what it is asking. So look here, if you measure the number of lines, and you will start wondering, my God, how to do this? This question has got 10 lines. This question has got 10 lines. This is a very long question. So you are measuring the length of the question. But that you are not supposed to do. It is a long question, but its answers are very small. You see, first bit. Find his dividend for the first year. His dividend for the first year. I will write here 700. Finished. First year. Dividend 700. Then what it got? What it is asking? Annual income in the second year. Annual income in the second year I got here 900. Okay, 900 rupees I will write here. Then third bit it is asking, what is his percentage change in return on original investment? Change in income. Change in income. How much? Change in income equal to 900 minus 700, that is 200, and percentage of change on original investment. Original investment. So what to do? To calculate the percentage of change on original investment, this change by original investment, that is 8,000 into 100, cancel 0 0 0 0, and here also you can cancel 1 0. So how much is left? 20 divided by 8, 8 2 are 16, 8 5 are 40. So 2.5% is the percentage of change in his return on his original investment, and this was a question from the year 2006. This question is from the year 2006. See here children, I am highlighting. This is the question from 2006. So this question was there. We can move to the next question now. We can move to question number 15. Question number 15 you read. Rohit invested rupees 9,600 on rupees 100 shares at 20% premium, paying 8% dividend. Rohit sold the shares when the price rose to 160. He invested the proceeds excluding dividend. Remember, in the question number 14 it was saying including dividend. That is why sale proceeds plus annual income was taken as investment for second case. That is the reason we do sale proceeds plus investment as the investment in second case. But here it is saying excluding dividend. So only sale proceeds will be the investment in the second case. In 10% rupees 50 shares at 40, find the original number of shares, the sale proceeds, new number of shares, and change in the two dividends. I think 15 number you can do by yourself, and I will give this as homework. I will give this as homework to you, but at the same time I will also give you the answers for question number 15. I will also give the answer for question number 15 so that you can compare your answers after solving by yourself. So question number 15, the answers are first bit 80. First bit 80. First bit you will get 80. Then second bit you will get 12,800, 12,800, third bit rupees, third bit 320, third bit 320, and fourth bit you will get how much? Fourth bit you will get 960, 960. So this question number 15 you have to do by yourself. Now question number 16. Anurag invest 1,20,000 rupees. Anurag invest 1,20,000 20,000 rupees in 10% rupees 100 shares at 20% premium. Later he sold half of his shares at 140 per share and invested the proceeds in 15% rupees 10 shares available at 20% discount. What annual income will he receive from his investments? See here plural, investments, if tax is deducted at 10%. Okay, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. 5 problems are left out. We will take a small break and then in another small session we will complete this. This 5 number will complete at a time. It may be very tedious for the children and also you may not hold the interest long time. So we are taking a very small break. And after that, we will come back and we will complete this 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 problems today itself, so that tomorrow we can start a new chapter. Tomorrow we will start a new chapter. So we are taking a break, children. Thank you.